realize. You see, I understand this. I was a 17-year-old church kid. My dad was a minister, and I was that kid that was like happy at church, trying to fit in, and then at school trying to be cool and fit in. And one night, some guys picked my sister and I up to go to a party. We got in the back seat of this car. It was like every other weekend. Music is playing. Sit in the back seat of this convertible Mustang, ready to go to this party. And as we're in the back seat of this car, I feel the Holy Spirit come in this car. And I hear him begin to speak to me. And I'm like, I didn't know, I'm 17, I'm not sure what's happening. But my heart begins to beat, and I hear the Holy Spirit say to me, Havilah, what are you doing? You cannot live like this. I have a purpose on your life. You can't do this. And I remember as he spoke to me, I felt so compelled. I knew I needed to say something, but I wasn't sure what I was going to say because I wasn't planning on this being the moment. And so as I'm in the backseat of this car, I shout out to the guys in the car, can you turn the music down? So the guy in the front turns the music down. And again, I did not have this planned out. So I just say this, I have a call of God on my life. And it's awkward. I mean, very, very awkward. There's no piano player, there's no pastor, like, that's right, sweetheart, we love you. Like nothing, just awkward. But as I say it, I'm instantaneously filled with the conviction that something is happening. You know, something that happens when our two worlds that we're living collide and they become the same, and we begin to live authentically in all of our worlds. And as that happens, I'm immediately begin to cry because I'm having this emotional experience of like, I have just gone public. Something about just going public, right? That changes us. And so as I go public, in compassion, because now I'm filled with compassion, I've totally ruined these guys' nights. I say to them, I am going to serve God. You're welcome to come with me if you want, but this is what I'm going to do. And I look over at my sister, identical twin sister, and I don't know what she's thinking, because I have not run this by her. I don't know. I mean, we are very similar. I call her my first marriage. We are mirror twins. So 10% of identical twins are mirror twins. So I'm left-handed, she's right-handed. We look the exact same, we have the same voice. Our kids, we were married 6 months apart. Our first babies are 9 days apart. Our second babies are 3 weeks apart. And our third babies are 3 months apart. And they all have the same dad. No, they don't. I'm kidding. You needed it. It was good. You needed it. They do not have the same dad. We're married to 2 different men. But our husbands do get us mixed up. Her husband has hugged me at times where I said, you need to let me go or I'm gonna have to go get counsel. You cannot hug me like this. And he's like, oh, you're not Deborah, I'm so sorry. So, yeah. Don't hug me too hard, I get pregnant. No. Is anybody else like that? I am confident it was a hug one night. I am confident of that. It was just a hug. So I look over her and she's crying. So I know God is doing something in the backseat of this car. So I laugh because the guys actually took us home. They never said a word. It was like they just took us home. I look out and we're in front of our house. I'm like, this is our exit. So we get out of the car and we walk into the house and we're 17, my parents are asleep, it's dark. We go into one of our bedrooms, we kneel down by the bed and we say this prayer out loud. God, we are not much. I say, I am not much. I am young, I'm 17. I'm a girl. And I don't have any special gifts or graces on my life. You see, as long as I could remember, I had learning disabilities and issues. I could not read out loud in high school. You would never have been able to read my handwriting in high school, which was a problem because I was not going to medical school. I mean, honest to God, I thought my sister was signed up to go to nursing school and I was gonna live off my parents. And that was really my plan. I said, well, God, if you can use anyone, you are welcome to use me.